90. So given the recursive formula below, find a sub 2 and a sub 3. So a sub 1 is 1, and a sub n is a sub n minus 1 plus 5. So we're trying to find a sub 2, so everywhere there's an n, we're going to plug in a 2. That gives us a sub 2 equals a sub 2 minus 1 plus 5. So a sub 2 equals a sub 2 minus 1 would just be a sub 1 plus 5. But a sub 1 was given to us. A sub 1 is 1. So we're going to plug that in, and we get a sub 2 equals 1 plus 5. So a sub 2 equals 6. And that's a sub 2. Now we're supposed to find a sub 3, so we start over again. We say, okay, a sub 3 is equal to a sub n, which is 3, minus 1 plus 5. That gives us a sub 3 is equal to a sub 3 minus 1 is 2 plus 5. Now we just found a sub 2. A sub 2 is 6. A sub 2 is 6. So we're going to plug that in. So we get a sub 3 is 6 plus 5, and 6 plus 5 is 11. So a sub 3 is 11. And that's our two solutions. This is called a recursive formula because to find the next term, you have to know the previous term. All right, let's look at the next example. So find a sub 3, given that a sub 1 is 14, and the recursive formula, a sub n equals a sub n minus 1 plus 15. So we're trying to find a sub 3. Let's see. A sub 3 is a sub 3 minus 1 plus 15. So a sub 3 is a sub 2 plus 15. But wait a minute. We don't know a sub 2. So even though it didn't tell us to find a sub 2, we can't find a sub 3 until we find a sub 2. So I'm going to start over again, finding a sub 2. So a sub 2 is a sub 2 minus 1 plus 15. And a sub 2 is a sub 2 minus 1 is a sub 1 plus 15. Now I know a sub 1, they gave that to me. A sub 1 is 14. So I put in a sub 1, so I get a sub 2 is 14 plus 15. And 14 plus 15 is 29. So I have a sub 2 now. Now I need to use it to find a sub 3. So I go back over to what I was doing before, and I say a sub 3 is a sub 2, which is 29, plus 15. So a sub 3 is 20, 30, 44, and there's a sub 3. So this is the drawback of a recursive formula, is that you have to know the previous terms in order to find the next terms. Let's look at another one. Given the recursive formula below, find a sub 2, a sub 3, and a sub 4. All right. A little bit different this time because we have a negative involved, but don't let that scare you. We're going to find a sub 2. So a sub 2 is a sub 2 minus 1. I'm going to stop writing that. 2 minus 1 is 1, so a sub 1 plus 2. And I know a sub 1, they gave it to me. That's a negative 1. So a sub 2 is a negative 1 plus 2. So a sub 2 is a positive 1. All right, now we need to find a sub 3. So a sub 3 is a sub 3 minus 1, which is a sub 2, plus 2. But they gave us a sub 2. A sub 2, well, we found a sub 2. A sub 2 is 1, so we plug that in. So now we have a sub 3 is 1 plus 2. So a sub 3 is 3. Now we have a sub 3. And we're supposed to find a sub 4. A sub 4 is a sub 4 minus 1, which is 3. So a sub 3 plus 2. And a sub 3, we just found that a second ago. A sub 3 is 3. So we're going to plug that in. So we get a sub 4 is 3 plus 2. So a sub 4 is 5, and now we found a sub 2, a sub 3, and a sub 4. All right, next example, same type of thing. We start with a sub 3. A sub 3 is a sub 3 minus 1 plus a sub 3 minus 2. So I'm plugging it in 3 for all the n's. So I get a sub 3 is a sub 3 minus 1, which is a sub 2, plus a sub 3 minus 2, which is a sub 1. Now if I go up here to the top, you'll notice that they gave us this time both a sub 1 and a sub 2, so we plug those in. And we get a sub 3 is a sub 2, which is 1, plus a sub 1, which is 0, so a sub 3 is 1. All right, now we're supposed to find a sub 4. So a sub 4 is a sub 4 minus 1 plus a sub 4 minus 2. That gives us a sub 4 is equal to a sub 3 plus a sub 2. Now go back and pick those up. A sub 3, we just found that, that's 1. So a sub 4 is 1 plus a sub 2, they gave us that, that's 1. So a sub 4 is 1 plus 1, which is 2. There's our a sub 4. And a sub 5, I'm going to put that at the top. I get a sub 5 is a sub 5 minus 1 plus a sub 5 minus 2. So a sub 5 is a sub 4 plus a sub 3. And we know a sub 4 we just found, it's 2. And we know a sub 3 is 1. And 2 plus 1 is 3, so a sub 5 is 3. So there's using a recursive formula to find a sub 3, a sub 4, and a sub 5. I want to do one with a fraction in it. So our next problem wants us again to find a sub 2, a sub 3, a sub 4, and a sub 5. So I know a sub 2 is 1 over 3 times a sub 2 minus 1, which means a sub 1. And they told us a sub 1 is 90, so a sub 2 is 1/3 times 90. And 1/3 of 90 is 30. So a sub 3 is 30. All right, a sub 3 is 1/3 a sub 3 minus 1, which is a sub 2. We just found a sub 2. A sub 2 is 30, so we get 1/3 of 30. And 1/3 of 30 is 10. So a sub 3 is 10. And a sub 4 is 1/3 of a sub 3. And we just found a sub 3. A sub 3 is 1/3 of 10. We're going to put that 10 over 1 and multiply, and we get a sub 4 is 10 over 3. And there's a sub 4. And a sub 5 is 1/3 of a sub 4, which is 10/3. And when we multiply those, we get a sub 5 is 10 over 9, and there's a sub 5.